Thanks for joining us live for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Last outing for the Nets, it was a loss to the Memphis Grizzlies.
Just looking at the stat sheet, they gave far too many free throws away in that game. Maybe it was the noise in the building or something, but they really looked rattled.
Well, Greg, I don't know if it was the biggest reason for that loss, but...
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in.
And when it comes to Michael Carter-Williams, guys, I feel like people either love him or they don't buy him at all. I mean, he has the size, he's a good athlete, he plays hard, but he's also had some injuries, and he's been very inconsistent at times.
Robinson a screen on Antetokounmpo. Shot clock at 6. Three-pointer Ellington. Offensive rebound. Robinson kicks to Larkin. Three-pointer Ellington. And he gets the bucket. Ellington's got 5 now.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Pass to Freak from past the arc. Now Bayless. He dishes it to Freak. Takes the 3. Here's Antetokounmpo. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
And the defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
You know, that just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass.
Picked by Bargnani. Larkin dishes to Robinson. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
It's like everybody is in a rhythm right now. Incredible stuff here early on.
Both teams playing downhill. You know, coaches say that all the time. You want to play downhill. Well, at some point you think somebody's got to cool off in this one, right?
And he gets the bucket.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on him.
Nets trail by 4. 59 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Larkin, the pass to Robinson. He kicks it to Larkin. Jacks up a 3. And Henson pulls it down.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face.
Froome. Well, Milwaukee last year became just the 9th team in NBA history to go from Greg being the worst in the league to a playoff team.
Unbelievable what they accomplished. And they had a tough matchup in the first round with the playoff season Bulls, however. Things didn't go well, but they did get some valuable experience from that effort.
That's off as well, so he misses both. The Nets have gone 8 of 15 from the field, shooting above 50% here tonight. Now the feed to Bargnani. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
And that was not a soft foul he had to get through, Greg. I mean, he had to really power that one up and in. Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game.
Brooklyn's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Here's Larkin. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Feeds it to Bargnani. That will count. And so lots of... And we heard from John Henson before the game, a player on the rise. He feels he still has a lot to prove.
Defensively, offensively, I think I'm better offensively than people give me credit for, and I'm stronger than I look. And that's something that I'm trying to prove this year, as I've been proving the last 3 or 4, so it's going to be fun.
Well, it sounds like he still feels like he has something to prove, Greg, but Wayne Ellington's checked in for Larkin. The Bucks also with the sub. Freaks checked in. Bucks leading by 4. Johnson is out there with Young. Then it's Brook Lopez. Then there's Wayne Ellington, and it's Jack in at the point guard position. So that's the Nets 5. 3 is no good there from Freak. So for Milwaukee, their last game, a win against Toronto.
I mean, no stress in that one. The game almost looked like a shoot-around for him. I mean, amazing at how well they shot the basketball.
And even more impressive, Greg, considering it was on the road. I mean, it's rare that you see a team get that hot away from home.
Just couldn't get a hand in the face on that one.
That's using what you got. He's got a height advantage, put it to good use there, and got himself a clean look.
That's good. 10 points for Greg Monroe.
And Jason Kidd has seen a lot of things in his first few years of coaching. Already changed teams once, and it had some personnel issues, but you cannot deny that he knows how to get the most out of his team.
Got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Now here's Freak. Ellington defending. And here we go. Fast break. Ellington's got the ball. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to be on Michael Carter-Williams. Thomas Robinson, he's checked in for the Nets. Hollis Jefferson comes in for Johnson. And then for Milwaukee, John Henson's checked in for Monroe. Mayo comes in for Parker. And Jared Bayless subbed in for Carter-Williams. And with Kidd, the results on the floor, Greg, speak for themselves. He knows what he wants out of his players, Clark, and he keeps them accountable.
And, you know, having that accountability is what made the Bucks so much better last season. Kidd is still a very young head coach. I tell you what, he's shown me a bright future in that capacity for himself.
Antetokounmpo. And Bayless kicks to Freak. From 11 feet away, the shot is off. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. They're getting their first look of the season at the Bucks in this one.
And they lost the season series against this squad last year, so trying to bounce back here tonight.
Yeah, and two mid-tier teams trying to get a leg up in the conference, guys. We'll see what happens.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
Now here is Jack. He's covered closely. Got a piece of it. Mayo up top. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. It's stolen by Jack. Here's Ellington. Good, and Jack gets the assist. Jack's got 4 assists in the game.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow can be elusive, but the great offenses have it, and that's just what they've shown here tonight.
Brooklyn trailing. Here's Lopez. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Bucks lead by 1. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Gentlemen, here with Joe Johnson and...
All right, fellas, still anyone's ball game right now. A few things from the first half. Well, we've established a clear dominance on the interior at the offensive end. And until they prove they can stop our inside game, we have to continue to pound it into the post. I will point out that all the steals we got in that half as something we can build on. We pestered them with our D. That was great. Okay, one more thing. A smooth flow to the second half.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half.
He's been absolutely in control. No slowing down for Carter-Williams. He has 12 points and the 1 steal.
He's just been impossible to contain.
Group substitution here for Brooklyn. Bargnani is checked in for Lopez. Robinson comes in for Young. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Johnson. And it's Larkin in for Jarrett Jack. On the court for the Bucks. Froome in at shooting guard. John Henson out there with Antetokounmpo. Then it's Mayo, and it's Bayless in at the point guard. 5 to shoot. And the jumper falls for him. Bayless has got his second bucket of the night.
Sound offensively, really no other way to put it here in the second half.
There's really no comparison between the teams in terms of the way they both shot the ball since the break.
Here's Larkin, looking for his first basket still in this one. Down low, Robinson, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
For Bayless, it was his 6th team in 7 years last season. A good utility combo guard to have. He can score, he can make plays for others. He's really defined his role in this league.
Bucks leading by 7. Here's Antetokounmpo. That's good, and so Bayless with the assist. And it's 8 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo. For Brooklyn, they've gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. And that's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession.
Here's a look at some stats for Bayless. Last season's performance for him. He was around 7 points a game last year. 3 assists and 2 rebounds. And those numbers, solid, not spectacular, and sometimes what you see is what you get.
He certainly knows his role, and he gives you some good minutes. That's really all you can expect from him at this point.
Robinson kicks to Ellington. He got right to the cup using that screen. Ellington's got 7 points for the quarter.
So far, going for more of an inside game here in this second half, and I like that. A little smash mouth basketball, taking it inside.
There's 47 seconds left to play in the third. Now here's Freak. Ellington defending. Freak kicks to Antetokounmpo. Excellent D that time from Robinson. Nets trail by 7.
A chance here to go 2 for 1.
Boy, they've got to ramp up the speed and make it happen in a hurry.
Here's Ellington. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Henson dishes to Bayless. Knocks it loose and stolen by Ellington. Hollis Jefferson passes to Larkin. The 3. And yes, sir, that one drops. And now just a 4-point Bucks lead. Bayless. The shot, no good. And a great show through 3 quarters.
All right, now, I want everyone here in the
Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The 4th.
substitution on the court.
Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
Yeah, gotta love this teamwork. I mean, everybody's involved and engaged. It's just a thing of beauty to watch.
It is, and Clark, that's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
They've got Robinson. Bargnani is out there with Brook Lopez. Then it's Jarrett Jack, and it's Ellington in a shooting guard. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Lopez with the block. So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have...
We got to forget about that one.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Greg Monroe.
Well, he shows just how good he can be when he's at the top of his game. And the building was stunned. You saw people leaving early, throwing popcorn, throwing hot dogs, spilling soda. He put on a CSDP, a crowd shut down performance. Man, that's what I'm talking about, Ernie.
Greg Monroe was doing what he does best. He produced a massive game for them in locking down this win. The thing I like about him most is...
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show.
What a life, eh, freak? 1 minute you're playing 21 and horse on the courts in Harlem, and the next moment you're in the showroom, configuring the gunmetal and graphite exterior of your luxury car and your iPad mini. Oh, I bet you get a crazy crowd when you drive that car around the block in the old neighborhood, huh?
Yeah, living the dream. Bad pandemonium. But folks from back around the way are real proud of me.
Yeah, I hear you. Local kid makes good. You know, it kind of reminds me of when I took my tech stock public and I rang the New York Stock Exchange bell, and my mom's friends called her up and said, "Maggie, is that your son on Bloomberg News this morning ringing the bell?" And my mom says, "Yes, sirree, Bob, it was him." That was a great moment, freak. And you know, our lives are like a pearl necklace of great moments, all strung together with the finest silk thread of memories. And we have to be very careful how we cultivate those pearls and we thread that necklace.
Does this meeting by any chance have to do with Vic Van Leer?
I grew up in the burbs, freak. I wasn't poor, upper middle class, comfortable. My daddy worked as an accountant for one of the largest insurance firms in the country. Smart with his money. Mom didn't have to work. I went to boarding school. And my dad died of a heart attack when I was a freshman at MIT. I was a movie geek, wanted to be a civil engineer, but I made my fortune by becoming a hybrid of both those interests. My dad didn't want me to be an accountant. Oh, listen to this. My best friend was a guy named Isidore. Yeah, we called him Izzy. He was one of the smartest human beings I have ever met in my life. I mean, Izzy was taking second-year college calculus courses as a high school sophomore, right? Straight A student, full ride to MIT. Izzy had the world at his fingertips. But he was...
Tell you about Vic. He has his bad rap. It's not, and I understand some of his judgments might shadow his actual character. He's not that at all. Man, Vic, let me tell you something. We have love for each other. We're brothers. Blood couldn't make us any closer at all. I mean, he has so much loyalty to me and to my family. You could see even Cece, you know, has issues with him, but he still loves her. He still loves her.
Big road trip coming up for the team, and it all starts tonight. If we can set the tone with the win here, it'll make a huge difference. The team's ready, and I know I'm ready. So I guess the next step is to just get out there and get it done. I feel like this one's on me, though. So time to earn my stripes.
It's home to Tinseltown and the Lakers, Los Angeles, California, as we bring you an interconference rivalry here at the Staples Center. And right now for the Bucks, they'd like to start this road trip off on a positive note. They've struggled game after last game for the Lakers. They picked up the W against the Rockets in Houston.
Yeah, the confidence just exuding in that performance on the offensive end. I mean, really illustrates how this team clicks when guys are communicating and executing as a cohesive unit.
Yeah, roadkill is hard to get in this league. I mean, to be a great NBA team, you've got to be able to have that kind of performance on the road. Focused, purposeful, and productive. Really solid.
Well, for Jabari Parker in his rookie year, not the kind of NBA career start that he wanted. Played great. Was probably the rookie of the year up until the time he was injured, blowing the knee and cutting his season short.
A great call. He definitely would have had a great chance. Really just made a transition seamlessly. Very efficient as a rookie before that injury, but which was a really tough thing to watch for anyone as he was showing so much promise early on in his career.
Williams, that's a two-pointer. And the Lakers with another miss.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Carter Williams dishes to Freak. Taken away by Williams. And it's the Lakers on the break. And the layup is good.
Well, they need those kinds of plays right now. I mean, smart defense generating some offense.
And really, Clark, that's the way you get yourself back into the game. Key stops and then try to get out in transition for some easy ones.
Parker kicks to Freak. Puts it up from 12. Goes back up. And there's the nice layup by Plumlee. Plumlee's got his first 2 points of the night.
And it's like raining buckets right now. I wonder if this is the early stages of a blowout.
Well, we've got to be careful. Don't want to get ahead of ourselves just yet. But it has been pretty ugly so far, no doubt about that.
Carter Williams against Williams. And a wide open look for Freak. That three off the mark. Lakers trail by 13. Clarkson passes to Williams. They get the rebound. They double him with Freak. Nobody near Williams. And they convert it last on attempt number 3.
You know, the rest of the D can be stretched a little thin when the double team's in place like that.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Freak. Second shot opportunity. Plumlee, no luck.
What a start they've gotten off to on the glass. I mean, they've come out banging.
And when a game starts off like this, Clark, there's an intimidation factor, a physicality that they've brought that comes into play. And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Can't get it to go. And that concludes the first. And here's Freak on his experience as a one-and-done college player. Now with more and more freshmen, Clark, making some changes for the Lakers. Brandon Bass is checked in for Randall. Ryan Kelly comes in for Nick Young. And it's Williams in for Kobe. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Parker's checked in for Henson. Onda Tecumbo comes in for O.J. Mayo. Freak's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Carter Williams in for Jared Bayless. Ryan Kelly out there with Brandon Bass. Then it's Williams. Then it's Roy Hibbert. And it's Russell in at the point guard position. That's the Laker 5.
And I think everyone knew the Bucks would be much improved last season. But to see the jump into the middle of the playoff picture, I think that took everybody by surprise. Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And it's Williams again missing. Bucks leading by 11. For the Bucks and their improvement, usually you see incremental progress. Even after losing key players, Clark, they shot up the standings.
And part of that, Kevin, was just growing as a team, coming together, and also improving the roster. Another part was that they were better than their record showed 2 years ago. Player development is part of the improvement.
Yeah, and checking out the numbers for Antetokounmpo. Really been a key contributor over the past month. He's around 14 points per game, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists. And this is the kind of strong, steady play you like to see. He's earning his keep and helping them win games.
And guys, they're finally getting the consistency they wanted to see from him. Look for that to continue.
Lakers trail by 12. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
1:43 left to play here in the second quarter. Clarkson, a picture-perfect screen play, and the jumper's good.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play.
Carter Williams kicks to Freak. Outside for Carter Williams. 6 on the shot clock. There's Freak. And the Bucks miss again. LA's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Pass to Nance. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Shot's good by Clarkson. 59 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. While we have a break, we can see which teams have made the most of their second chance opportunities over the last 10 games. Fifth best, the Bucks.
I mean, you love their aggressiveness, not settling for one shot offensively, but really running down those loose boards and converting for extra points.
Meta World Peace, he's checked in for the Lakers. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Well, clearly the Lakers were not a great team. I mean, they did have one of their better bench units last season. They led the league in points off the bench, but that was more an indictment of the quality of the starters than the firepower of the bench.
Last year, the Lakers did have some firepower off the bench. A lot of players would see their roles shift during the year, as you might expect for a team trying to find the right combination.
Yeah, they were also near the top in the league in bench minutes played. So whether you start or come off the bench last year in LA, you'll see plenty of action.
Clock at 2. Here's Carter Williams. Drops one in from the wing. Carter Williams has got 4 this quarter.
Check out these handles. That's rush hour handle. Not midday, not early morning. That's rush hour handle. That nasty spin just froze the defender.
Here's Clarkson. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him.
After one half of basketball, the score.
And the first half is...
Gentlemen,
The Bucks, 36. Your safety is our #1 concern.
And the third quarter about ready to get underway. You have to like what we're seeing from Antetokounmpo.
Well, anytime you can get to the free throw line with that kind of consistency.
Group substitution here for the Lakers. Brandon Bass is checked in for Hibbert. Nance comes in for Julius Randle. Ryan Kelly, he's checked in for Nick Young. And Lewis Williams subbed in for Kobe. A big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Parker's checked in for Henson. Mayo comes in for Antetokounmpo. Freak's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Carter Williams in for Jared Bayless. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got, Froome in at shooting guard. Monroe is out there with Parker. Then it's Carter Williams. And it's Mayo in at the small forward.
Guys, that time he went for the fancy finish for us there, man. That was sweet.
Monroe outside. Out to the wing. Carter Williams against Russell. Now here's Carter Williams. Defense is right there. And the Bucks miss again. Lou Williams won the Sixth-Man Award last year, Clark, in the NBA. He's not a playmaker, although he kind of plays that position a little bit. This guy scores the ball very well coming off the bench.
He really does. I mean, he looks like a guard because of his size, but he's truly an explosive scorer, and that's the strength of his game, and that's who he is and what he does.
Here's Carter Williams. Drops in the layup for 2. Carter Williams has got 6.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
It's rebounded by Carter Williams.
Get the ball inside.
To the wing on the left. There's a good screen. Baseline try, and he gets it to go. Carter Williams has got 4 points in the quarter. Lakers trail by 19. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Here's Russell. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Meta World Peace, he's checked in for Ryan Kelly. And it's Clarkson in for Lou Williams. The Bucks also with the sub. Miles Plumlee's checked in for O.J. Mayo.
And what a double-double machine Greg Monroe is becoming. Top 6 for power forwards last season. Top 5 for centers. And his game is only continuing to evolve.
Right wing. Russell with a wide open look. And again, the Lakers no good.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Get the ball inside.
Carter Williams kicks to Freak. It's stolen by Bass. Now the Lakers on the break. Now here's Clarkson, covered by Parker. And here's Clarkson. Shoots the 3. The shot is off. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up. Freak subbed in for Jared Bayless. The Lakers have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. They've got Kobe. Clarkson is out there with Russell. Then there's World Peace, and it's Bass in at the center. That's who's in the game for the Lakers.
No matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball in the paint.
And it's a big key thus far in this game, Clark, because whenever they've gotten the ball in the paint, good things have happened.
Fires from deep. And it's Freak missing.
Boy, he's got a nice-looking stroke. That almost went in.
Yeah, and a lot of times he'll still knock those down no matter how good the D is. And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Bucks.
Clark, looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the boards.
Yeah, but they did a better job tonight. They made the most of the extra rebounds, too.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And it always feels good to get that first win in the season series. Going head-to-head twice this year, this will put them up 1-0 so far against the Lakers.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Greg Monroe. And the way he rebounded, he surely was a spark for the team as he was securing everything that came off the iron.
Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. And Los Angeles with some changes. Robert Sacre comes in for Brandon Bass. And it's Ryan Kelly in for Kobe. Vasquez, he's checked in for the Bucks. Clarkson with the ball. Out defended by Freak. The timely screen gave him a step, but he took it all the way.
And really, the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
.15 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And the Bucks miss again. Now, here is Russell. And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present Greg Monroe.
He was a monster on the inside for them. His strength and his size came into play so much tonight. And to go.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal.
The only color I care about is green, money. Now, you've certainly made some money so far, Freak, but it's time we make more money. I'm talking movies, TVs, endorsements, even your own brand Jordan sneakers.
I care about the game first, Dom. All that sounds great, but don't you think it's a little too early to be talking about all that?
Too early? LeBron was 12 years old in 6th grade when he was thinking Space Jam. It's never too early to take and make leaps.
I guess.
You guess? This isn't high school. This isn't college. This is the real world. And the real world is fueled by one thing.
Oh, money.
That's right, money.
team. Hang with Hassan Whiteside.
Moving up in the world. I didn't even know that.
Kick off 2K Pro-Am Road to the Finals. Vote on your top plays of the week and, of course, give you a chance at some.
We got Kevin Durant up next. And you know he'll come to play. I love his versatility, but that makes shutting him down next to impossible. Coach gave us a full breakdown of what to expect, and we watched plenty of film. But sometimes you just got to throw all that out the window and settle things on the court. And I'm ready. Bring it, KD.